My name is Tom Korn. I'm the Senior Vice President of Security Products at VMware. Security is at a bit of a crossroads right now. We are spending record amounts on security technologies and services. Security spend, growth in security spend is outpacing growth in security in IT overall pretty significantly. But the only thing outpacing security spend is security losses. So there's really something fundamentally wrong. And at the core of that issue is a mismatch between what we're trying to protect, the applications and data, and where we're trying to protect it from, which is very often from the infrastructure itself, endpoint controls, network controls. The basic premise of cyber hygiene says things like you focus on risk, which is often applications and data. You create least privilege environments around that. You automate remediation and response wherever possible. But the problem is that the application, a modern application, isn't something housed on one server. It's a distributed, very dynamic system. And as a result, it's almost impossible to align the controls and the policies that we're placing on these servers and networks and endpoints to what we're really trying to protect. Now, a great analogy for this is a skyscraper in a big city, right? If an entire application were a monolithic stack running on one server, it'd be kind of like having one tenant in a skyscraper where the whole company was in that one skyscraper. And when you have that from a security perspective, you now have this control point, the front door, that has two very important properties, right? No one in the city can touch any part of that application without passing through that door. So you have a place where you know you will see something before it comes in. And the other thing is that the guards at that front door have very granular and simple policies about who should be allowed in and who should not be allowed in, as well as good rules of thumb of what looks weird and what doesn't look weird. But a modern application doesn't look anything like that. It's a distributed system. And as a distributed system, it's like pieces of buildings in different parts of the city all connected together. And every building has many applications inside it. And as a result, all of those problems become infinitely more complex. We invented a way to leverage the cloud infrastructure to really get at this problem and solve this problem and vastly simplify this, connecting the dots between the infrastructure and the application. And we found a way, some of it came out through things like micro-segmentation, to create a logical boundary around all the components that compose an application, a service, a regulatory scope. And that opens the door to make it so much simpler to really go back to those principles of cyber hygiene, to align controls to what you're protecting, to that area of risk, to create a least privilege environment, and to rethink how you monitor and detect and respond to threats for that application. It really shifts the focus back onto what we're really trying to protect. And that really represents an enormous opportunity. For folks who are interested in learning more, we're planning an incredibly exciting session at the RSA conference, Thursday, February 16th at 1:30. It's called How Virtualization and Cloud Could Fundamentally Transform Security. And we're going to talk about a bit more detail about these issues. We're going to talk about how organizations, what are the techniques and approaches organizations are using today? What's the cutting edge today? And we're also going to start getting into futures and directions so people can start to get some insight into where some of this is going.